so that at the end, I will equally start recording this session so that at the end we can so that we can have some documents to go back to and check all over again. Okay, now let me show you this before we move on. Let me show you this before we move on. Okay, let me show you this, and then we can move on. Okay, this concept, the one that we shall be talking about today. Okay, look at this. Okay, this is our class, the Olympiads, and then we are going to be talking about naming compounds. Naming compounds. Naming compounds. How do you name compounds? And that is what you call IUPAC nomenclature. Please don't write on the screen. No, because somebody has started writing, and I hate that. As soon as I share my screen, please don't write. Don't write on the screen. Do you understand? Keep the screen neat. You can only write in your own book. Write in your book. Don't write on the screen. Okay? Don't write on the screen. So we are going to be talking about how do you name compound, and that is what you call IUPAC nomenclature. IUPAC nomenclature. Fine. Now look at this. You must know this definition. You must know this definition. Look at this definition. An acid. What is an acid? Write this thing down. You see, an acid is a molecule or ion capable of donating hydrogen ion. Capable of donating hydrogen ion. An acid is a molecule or ion capable, any molecule that when it reacts, it will donate H+, H+, H+ as the only positive ion. That is an acid. That is an acid. That is an acid. That is an acid. So if an examiner asks you and say, please, what is an acid? What do you tell that person? It's a compound that donates. When it reacts, it gives away hydrogen ion as the only positive ion. The only positive ion that it will give out for that compound will be given out is hydrogen ion, H+. Then you say that compound is an acid. That compound is an acid. That compound is an acid. So an acid is any compound that when it reacts or dissociates, it will give away hydrogen ion as the only positive ion. Beautiful. I hope you understand that. Now, let's move on to another one. Base. Base. What is a base? Let me share my screen again. Let's go to that concept. What is a base? So you write it down. A base. What is a base? You've seen an acid. Now, this is a base. This is a base. What is a base? You say a base is a substance that in aqueous solution releases hydroxy ion. Look at this one, OH minus, OH minus, OH minus. It releases OH minus as the only negative ion, as the only negative charge. So write this down, that a base is a substance that in aqueous solution about plastic. Now some of you weren't getting it very well. Just be diligent. It is very, very easy, and you will get it today. You will get it today. Just listen attentively and follow what I'm going to do with you. Okay? So that is it. Now let me write. Let me go back. Let me go back and share this and write that if I have CO2, for example, CO2, for example, say this is it. How do I know that this is CO2? The one that you know, CO2. The 2 is going to be in soft script, but I can't edit it here. Do you understand? But you know how to write it. CO2. Carbon 4 oxide. So this is your carbon 4 oxide. How do you call this thing carbon 4 oxide? How do you call it carbon 4 oxide? This is the simple calculation of how you arrive at that. When you want to calculate, I say on this x, what you are going to do is you write on x, you write 2. This is our x here. Let me pick up my writer again so that I can write. Okay. Please pardon me. Let me check. Let me pick my writer so I can write. We did this last week. This is our CO2. How did you get to know that this one is carbon 4 oxide? How do you get to know that this is carbon 4 oxide? So we calculated this last week and said here, we put X here, unknown. X, unknown. This place is going to be 2 minus. 2 minus. Okay? Just get it that way. I'm writing with my my distance, so that it is very difficult. You just get it. So you have 1 here. There is 1 here. You multiply that one by X. You have an X. This place 2 times minus 2. You have minus 4. Minus 4. Everything is equal to 0. Everything is equal to 0. Everything is equal to 0. So here, our X here is equal to 4. Our X is equal to 4. And that is how you have this to be carbon 4 oxide. That is how you have this to be carbon 4 oxide. That's how you call this compound carbon 4 oxide. You call it carbon 4 oxide because after you have calculated, you get this value for carbon as 4. And that is how you have it. You call this compound carbon 4 oxide. Carbon 4 oxide. Okay? That is as simple as that. As simple as that. Please take that one down. We did that last week. Take that one down. Write it down. Write the example down. And then we are going to come back to another thing now. Write that example down. So if you want to calculate and you want to name a compound, that's how you name it. So our CO2 that we know, how do we get to call that CO2 carbon 4 oxide? That is what I have just shown you. Okay? Now, we are going to a classwork now. We're going to classwork. If you are hearing me everywhere, just unmute your microphone. We go to classwork now. I will write a compound. I'm going to write a compound. Okay? And then you will calculate. Quickly, you will calculate. I will write a compound now, and then you will calculate. I will write a compound now, and you will calculate. Are you ready? Please unmute your microphone so that I can hear you when you are talking. Please unmute your microphone. They don't make noise. The only microphone that is on is Olu Alajiki, Kehinde, and Taiwo. Your own microphone is on. Eddie, on your microphone, please, so that when you talk, I will be able to pick your reactions. From me, your microphone too is on. Okay, that's good. Greg Ifeke, on your microphone so that when you talk, I will be able to hear you. Now, I want to write a compound now. I want to write a compound. You will now calculate and give me the name of that compound. Calculate and give me the name of that compound. You will calculate and give me the name of that compound. I hope you are ready. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, what is the name of this compound? What is the name of this compound? Please pardon me, I'm using my mouse to write. I'm using my mouse to write. Please pardon me. Let me clean this one up. So you give me the name of this compound. Okay? Give me the name of this compound now. That's what I'm going to do. Let me share again, so that when I go there, I'll be able to write. This is the compound VO2. VO2. What is the name of this compound? What is the name of this compound? Start. What is the name of this compound? Don't write on the screen, please. Don't write on the screen. Don't write on the screen. If you are writing on the screen, it will be confusing me. What is the name of this compound? I wrote VO2. VO2. Let me type it out. Let me type it out. This is what I wrote. VO2. And that two is subscript. VO2. I can't edit much here because it's on Zoom. Okay, but this is the name of the compound. Now, calculate. What is going to be the name of this compound? Start. What is going to be the name of that compound? Oh yeah, start. VO2. I can't pick any sound. What's happening? VO2. What is the name? Just like the way I calculated for CO2 before. Calculate for VO2 now and tell me the name of that compound. Try. Try. 3 minutes. Your time starts now.